This Diddy story is getting absolutely insane, and I don't think a lot of people realize what a big deal this is. This is way bigger than just a random rapper with allegations against him. This may turn into one of the biggest takedowns in American history. Now, we know that they raided Diddy's home. We know there's an investigation going on, but now it's been revealed that this investigation has been going on for a long, long time. Well before I knew about it, well before you knew about it, well before anyone was talking about it, even before the lawsuits, they've been looking into Diddy, but they've been keeping the situation top secret because allegedly Diddy has been working with the feds. Diddy has worked with the FBI in the past. We got multiple people coming out with allegations, and including like the head of Diddy's security at one point, which also used to be the head of security for Michael Jackson. He's come out and said that Diddy's worked with the cops and that Diddy's worked with the FBI. Diddy used to allegedly brag about having officers on the payroll paying people off to ensure that he can keep getting away with his crimes. And listen, if Diddy really did everything that Diddy is accused of, then that means Diddy had to have help. You aren't able to pull these things off on the level that Diddy has pulled these things off without having law enforcement in your back pocket. That's how these things work. So now we're hearing that this investigation has been ongoing for a long time, but they've had to keep it top secret because even the people who are a part of this investigation, they're looking at each other sideways. The people investigating Diddy don't trust each other because they don't know if one another is on Diddy's payroll. So even the investigators looking into this case, they're all looking at each other suspiciously because they don't know who may be getting paid off by Diddy. Now, when they raided Diddy's house, it was like a military response. You got armored vehicles, you got the big guns, you got dozens of people all dressed up looking like they're going to war, right? Well, we now know that none of those people actually knew where they were raiding. Usually, if you have an operation like this, a law enforcement operation like this, and you're about to go raid these homes, usually there would be a briefing. You would understand why you're there. You would understand who it is that you're there for. You would understand the whole entire story. In this situation, it's been revealed that the agents who raided Diddy's home were not told the job that they were doing until the very last minute. So there was no briefing. There was no real planning. You know, someone got the raid together and they sent the fellas out there without telling them what was actually about to happen because they're scared that one of these federal agents that were part of this raid, they're scared they might be working with Diddy, tipping Diddy off. Now think about how crazy that is. These raids on Diddy's home, they were pretty elaborate. You would think that they were well planned out. Well, someone obviously had knowledge that this was going to happen. There were obviously some sort of plans, but on the ground level, the people who actually went into Diddy's home, they had no idea what was about to happen. They had no idea what was about to transpire. Obviously, they knew they had a job to do, but they wouldn't tell them whose house they were raiding. They wouldn't tell them why because they're afraid. They're afraid that these federal agents would have tipped Diddy off. And that just lets you know how powerful Diddy is. But before I go any further with all of that, I want to roll this news clip really quickly because they're discussing this very situation and how Diddy's been working with law enforcement and what have you. As you watch this clip, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Diddy's working with them? Do you think Diddy's untouchable because of it? Let me know your opinions and hit the thumbs up and ring the notification bell. Make sure all of you got that notification bell rung. But we're going to watch this news clip and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Host of Takedown with Chris Hansen. So now we have two people come out saying that Diddy was talking to the feds. Do you think that's true?
Whether it's true or not, and he might have been cooperative in some way, shape, or form, you don't get away with human trafficking unless you give up John Gotti or something like that, and that's not what happened here. I can tell you, Jesse, that this investigation's been going on for a long time, very closely held by HSI, so much so that even some of the agents on the raid a week ago today didn't know whose house they were raiding until they got there. That's how closely held this investigation.
Wow, because there could have been a tip.
Absolutely.
And there are allegations that he was paying law enforcement through his chief of security, which also happened to be Michael Jackson's chief of security.
I don't know if I buy into that. You know, people in Diddy's situation like to have those involved in law enforcement close to them. But that doesn't mean they're taking payoffs. That doesn't mean they're doing big favors. They like that closeness. It's just like how Diddy was able to court Diageo or Estee Lauder. He was very successful in doing that, and that made him a lot of money and gave him credibility outside the hip-hop rap world. And that's what he was trying to do here, a lot like what Epstein did with very powerful political and business figures.
And if you look at this report in the New York Post, you see it's a constellation of billionaires he's involved with.
Very similar to what Epstein was doing. And, you know, these guys get drunk with power, allegedly. You know, Diddy has said that these allegations are false, but they get drunk with power, and all of a sudden they lose their balance and what's right and what's wrong. And they're insulated, and they've got everybody telling them they're great. And all of a sudden, these civil suits come out. And the feds watch this. That's what happened with R. Kelly. It started with civil suits. Then HSI got involved, and they're the lead agency for human trafficking.
These civil suits are just like a silver platter for the feds.
Very helpful, very helpful.
Take these guys down. All right, well.
This situation has become so much bigger than Diddy. And I know there's videos out there of Diddy living his life. He's riding bikes, he's dancing, acting like he doesn't have a care in the world, but I think he's bluffing. I think he's bluffing. And you may think, oh, well, if they were going to take Diddy down, they would have took him down by now. No, they are patiently waiting, because I think that this started off with an investigation into Diddy. I think at first they were more so focused on just taking Diddy out or taking Diddy down. But now it's turned into something so much larger than that. Okay, they're trying to take down like a whole criminal organization, a whole criminal enterprise that Diddy is allegedly at the center of. You got people in Hollywood who you would never expect who are shitting bricks right now because they know that they may be investigated. They know that they may be questioned. You got people even like Ashton Kutcher. You would think that people like Ashton Kutcher are so far removed from whatever's going on with Diddy, but no, he's afraid right now. You got people bringing up past dirt on J-Lo. J-Lo is kind of catching strays right now because of this Diddy situation. People are looking through her past and going through her questionable behavior, and it's not even necessarily criminal behavior, but just because of what's going on with Diddy, the heat is going to the people who used to be around Diddy as well. So understand that the feds aren't patiently sitting back building a case just on Diddy. They're building a much bigger case that will not only take Diddy down, most likely take some of his kids down, take some of his friends down, associates, employees, you name it. They're trying to do something much bigger here than just taking down one man. And now we know that Diddy's ex is working with the feds. Other people are cooperating. So this just looks like the worst case scenario for Diddy. But as this investigation and everything draws out, I think he may, get more confident that nothing's going to happen to him as the days pass by. And as the days pass by, the general public, they become less interested in the story. And they think, oh, well, they ain't got him yet. They're not going to get him. Oh, boy, you wait. The way it's looking now, I don't think that they're going to come in and arrest Diddy next week or the week after or even a month or two from now. I think this situation may drag out for over a year. But when it ultimately does come to fruition, we're going to see dozens of people, some names that you know, some people you never heard of. A lot of people are going to go down with Diddy. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do so via Cash App or via Super Thanks or for free. You can help the channel by liking, subscribing, sharing the video, and like I said, make sure you ring that notification bell. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.